CJ Hawkins, welcome to the show, bro.
Appreciate it, man. How we doing today?
Doing good, buddy. First I want to touch on your upbringing. Talk to me about where you're from. Tell everybody where you're from.
Man, I'm from born and raised Tampa, Florida, man. I grew up pretty much all around in Tampa. Right now I live in Town and Country in like Wesley Chapel area, but at the same time, like I used to live in Brandon, Sefner, all that. So I basically like been just moving around like my whole life all around Tampa. So I know the area pretty well.
For sure, for sure. What does it mean to you to just be from Tampa? What does the city mean to you?
This is it's my city, man. Like it's nothing better than like just having. I feel like I got the city on my back. I feel like I got a lot of support from a lot of people in the city. So I mean, I love this. I love the love I get from the city, and I feel like the city love me. I love them.
For sure, I love you. I think this gonna be a good episode for sure. I think a lot of people gonna show love, tune in just to hear what you got to say.
For sure.
CJ Hawkins, UF commit, Berkeley Prep, senior year. A lot of people around the city, they know you just from playing basketball. You recently picked up football, but talk to me about how you started playing basketball and who put the ball into your hands.
Keep it a buck with you. I was originally a football player. Like I was gun ho football. Like football was my favorite sport at that time. Like when I was a jit, but I used to just always be in the barbershop. And this high school coach from Strawberry Crest, I don't know if you know him, but Coach Dre, you know who Coach Dre is? Yeah. Coach Dre always used to just walk in the gym. I mean, walk in the barbershop and just be like, yo, when you gonna come hoop? When you gonna come hoop? We gonna get you out. And I'm just like putting it to the side, laughing it off. And I think it was like a birthday party or something. And I played and I was like, bro, it's fun. I was so bad at basketball. I was terrible. But like I just instantly fell in love with just like how fun it was. And it was just so much different than any other sport I had played. And so that's how that went. It was all because of Coach Dre.
Shout out to Coach Dre.
Big shout out to Coach Dre, for real.
Man, I feel like, bro, every time somebody come on here that played football and basketball, I feel like our story is just so similar. Like I started playing football when I was a kid. It was my first love, just like it was yours. I started playing basketball. When I started playing basketball, I wasn't even good at all. I was bad, just like you said. I was
Man,
just I was just a football player playing basketball. You know how football players is, but
real.
I was a jit too. But I just like the challenge. Like I wasn't good. I was good at football just naturally, like kind of it was just easy to me. But basketball, it was definitely hard. I wasn't good, like I just said. So I just wanted to work hard at it and just become good. I just like watching LeBron. I started playing basketball just watching NBA basketball, really watching like LeBron, D Wade, people like that. Just going outside. My dad got me a hoop, just trying to do everything I seen on TV. I just tried to do it and I
Man,
just
I
fell in
already
love with
know.
basketball. I feel like so your story pretty similar to mine, honestly. You said that you weren't that good. So what was it like just working to become better at it? How talk to me about that process, how you became better and better over time.
Um, one, what I would say is that like whole experience from being like knowing myself as like really bad and not being able to like not even able to like finish like putbacks or layups or any of that to like just to see my improvement. That was probably the most fun, beautiful thing to ever you could ever do for real. Cause like when you just not being able to do something and now you can do it is just the best feeling. So what I did pretty much was just I listened. My uncle and my pops would always just get on me like, if you want to be good at it, you're gonna have to actually like work. And I used to always just put it to the side until like it I don't know. I feel like sixth grade to seventh grade, it finally clicked, and I stayed at the park and just lived there every day. I was probably at the park probably like 3-4 hours a day, every day, just getting shots up, trying to thinking I was good, thinking I was doing something on the court. Even if I wasn't, I was still just getting better. So I feel like that was the real big turning point for me. And it was just ups and
For sure. I think all athletes can relate. Like even JIT days, you just explained it. You probably wasn't thinking about it like this at that time, but like now that you're older and you really be putting in the time, putting in the work, football, basketball, like just taking the time to put in the work and like work on something. Like say you just work on one move or one thing and like you get into a real game or a practice and you put it to use, you try that move or you try that that certain thing, like it just feels
You
so
go
good.
in, boy.
So good. Like it's the best feeling ever. Talk to me about
For
that. I
real.
know you know the feeling.
Man, it was for me, it was that one dribble pull up, man. Got that down and I used it. I literally I remember one day I had worked at it. I had made like tons of makes. I think I had made like at least 100, 200 one dribble pull-ups. And then the next day practice came and I did it. And it was cash, boy. And ever since then, it was just like, oh yeah, I like that. I'm gonna keep doing that.
For
And
sure.
that's just what it was. I lived at places like the Y, lived at the park, and then I got introduced to like pickup and stuff. So from there, it was just like, all right, now I get to see real competition and see how I match up.
For sure. Like I said, like that's just making me just smile inside, just hearing it, just thinking about it myself too. Like just working on something for so long, putting in so much time, something specific, like such a small detail, any kind of detail, anything really that you put the time in, do it against somebody live, against somebody playing defense for real, or just in general, just pulling it off. That's probably one of the best feelings I could think of off the top of my head. Like only
Definitely.
I mean, I would say only athletes can relate, but I'm sure other people with different fields can relate too. Just working hard for anything and just doing it, achieving what you put your mind to is nothing better than that.
Yeah, it's definitely good seeing that that thing you had mentally visualized come to fruition. It's a great feeling.
For sure. You talked about your uncle or your pops telling you that you had to put the time in, that you had to just work to be good. I want to talk about getting to high school, your high school coach, Coach Garcia. Coach Garcia, he never coached me, but he's just a family friend. You know, I've been around. He coached
So
at Sickles. I went to Wharton. He always been around. And something he told me, I want to say, my junior year maybe or sophomore year. One time we was at my brother Damien. We was at a football game. They used to play for the Predators, Rico, RJ. And one day he was just asking me how I was doing. He good friends with Coach Tonelli, my high school coach. He was asking me how everything was. And one day he just told me like if I wanted to be good, that I should just play basketball every day. Just play basketball every day. Play basketball every day. And in my head, like you said, a lot of times when you hear something from an adult, if it don't hit you right away, then you just push it to the side. But like
yeah,
once I started to actually, I still like it was. I definitely just put it to the side. But once I actually realized like that was a key, like just putting in the time, even if it's just not necessarily working out, if it's just playing basketball, like how that like transition to just getting better, definitely like changed my mindset about a lot of things. You went to Berkeley Prep, you know Coach Garcia for a long time. What has it been like having him coach you, and what are some of the things that he's told you that just have stuck with you over time?
man. I love Coach Garcia, man. Coach Garcia been by my side since I got to high school, just being a great mentor, being a great coach, just being a great like family friend, almost like for real. Like that's what it's turned into. And like Coach Garcia, Rico, RJ, they just became family, and just like him always, he never really stops coaching. Like even his style of coaching is, well, at least for me, it was more like if the wrong person listening to it, they'll take offense to it. But I know like Coach Garcia got a way of speaking to me where he knows it's gonna get me where I need to be. So I can't thank him enough as far as like his the role he played as far as like my development, and he's taught me so much about the game, because I remember coming in freshman year thinking I knew everything, thinking I was that dog, thinking I was this, I was that, and like he definitely humbled me out a lot, and I'm so glad he did, because man, freshman year you couldn't tell me a thing, but you know, I thought I was that guy. So
I definitely know for sure. Like sometimes I just think like anytime so many of my friends, like so many of my close friends have been impacted by him. I've been around a decent amount, just not as much as y'all. And like I could see it. Like I could see it just from afar. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I wish he coached me, or I wish I was around more. Like I just feel like they just got so much from him. I feel like I wish I could get some more. I know RJ and Rico get it every day for sure.
man,
But yeah, definitely Coach Garcia. Shout out to Coach Garcia.
big shout out to Coach Garcia, man. Love that dude.
So you got the Berkeley prep freshman year. Talk to me about just your transition from middle school to high school and just what it was like getting to Berkeley, just your experience overall.
Overall, it was a pretty smooth experience. Like, I feel like Eric, like Chase, I had Chase. So you obviously you know Chase. I had a senior who I just blended with easily, like clicked instantly. So he definitely showed me the ropes a lot. And I just got along with the guys and did whatever I saw them doing. As far as like a basketball perspective, I feel like going to Berkeley my freshman year from a school standpoint was insane. Like, one, I'm coming from Franklin, so that's an all boys school. I ain't never seen girls at school, so first 2 weeks, I'm just not focused. Let's just say that I'm just not focused. And then probably like second day, I remember second day, I texted my mom like, "Mom, I don't think this is the right place for me. They just asked me to write 200 words in 15 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't do it now." But it was good. I definitely feel like it was a challenge. It definitely shaped me to go towards challenges and go towards things that I might not think I'm capable of doing. And so that was definitely a good transition and definitely helped for the better.
Once you were able to adjust though, what was it like?
It was just grinding from there. I knew I wanted to like set my. I just knew I'm hooping at the time, so I'm chasing that bag every day. I'm in the gym, getting shots up, working out, talking to coach, just every day. Like that's just what it was. Um, just working out. Like me and Chase would be in the gym all the time. Me and Ronnie, me and V, just with the team. It was cool. But yeah, I just tried to establish myself as that freshman that wanted to be there, wanted to learn, wanted to put the work in. And I feel like that's what definitely helped me get along with all of the guys, and because they knew that they could depend on me and stuff.